Stardust and Serenity. Chapter 1. A Glimmer in the Dark. I remember the night we met like it was yesterday, the celestial canvas above a tapestry of twinkling lights, weaving an enchanting spell as our lives intersected under the rooftop party sky. The air vibrated with promise, heavy with the anticipation only found in those rare moments when time stands still. I had never felt so alive. Every beat of my heart pulsed to the rhythm of the music, as if beckoned by a symphony written specifically for me. It was then that our eyes met across the crowded room, and it felt like the entire universe had come alive in that instant. Ethan stood with an aura of quiet confidence, his eyes ablaze with an intensity that set my soul aflame. Our gazes locked, and I knew we were on the cusp of something inexplicable. We found ourselves lost in each other's eyes as the music swayed us together, our bodies moving in perfect harmony. The melody of the night seemed to be our own private serenade, a symphony composed by the gods themselves. As if drawn by an invisible force, we converged under the star-strewn sky, hands entwining, bodies pressed against each other's warmth. The city was a distant hum below us, but it could have been 1,000 miles away for all I cared. It was as though fate had orchestrated this chance encounter to bring two lost souls together. Ethan's voice whispered in my ear, sending shivers down my spine. "You sparkle like stardust under the moonlight." The world faded away with his touch, leaving only us, suspended in timelessness. I felt an inexplicable connection, a sense of belonging that echoed through every fiber of my being. "Serenity found," he added with a gentle smile, eyes brimming with the promise of untapped passion and vulnerability. In that moment, the universe conspired to bind our hearts together. It was then that I knew, this wasn't just chance. It was destiny. The stars above bore witness as we danced under their watchful gaze, our connection transcending worlds. As the night progressed, laughter mingled with breathless whispers and the rhythm of our footsteps merged with the pulse of the music. Ethan spoke of dreams yet unexplored and secrets buried within. I responded with my own tales of quiet aspirations. We found solace in each other's shared longing. A deep yearning to escape the mundane and soar into lives uncharted. It was as though we had known each other for an eternity, yet we were just discovering ourselves. The night's magic spun a web of promises between us, every word, every touch weaving a tapestry of anticipation. With each passing moment, our connection deepened. I remember the way he took my hand and led me to the edge of the rooftop, where a balcony overlooked the city's skyline. His breath brushed against my neck as we leaned in close. "Lila," he murmured softly, his voice the gentle caress it deserved. I closed my eyes, Ethan's name on his lips sent a tidal wave of emotions through me. It was then that our lips met, a soft, tender kiss that spoke volumes of what had yet to come. A promise hung in the air as we separated breathlessly. The promise of forever. Underneath the celestial canvas, hearts once lost found solace in each other's embrace. The night blurred into fragments of laughter and tears, whispers and first kisses. Ethan whispered tales of his dreams, painting a picture with words that ignited my soul. I responded with dreams yet unspoken, our spirits entwined by the threads of shared desires. It was as though we were dancing to an unheard melody only our hearts could hear. As the night wore on, time seemed to melt away, leaving us suspended in a timeless haze. The stars above twinkled like diamonds, silently bearing witness as we reveled in our newfound love. And then came dawn. The cruel hand of fate, ripping us from each other's arms without warning. Ethan vanished into the morning mist before I could find my voice. Shattered and bewildered, I clutched the hem of his shirt as he was swept away by the tide of people rushing to leave. In that fleeting moment, he whispered an enigmatic promise. "Until we meet again." The wind carried it to me on wings unseen, a vow etched in the stardust above, a pledge made under the celestial witnesses. As I watched him disappear into the crowd, tears mingling with stardust on my face, I held on to that whisper. That our love was not just possible but inevitable. For in that brief embrace, we had glimpsed serenity. Days turned to weeks, then months, weeks to years. But his promise lingered, etched in my mind like the scars of an ancient tattoo. I clung to that whispered pledge as a lifeline, even when the world seemed to unravel around me. Memories of our night etched into the fabric of my existence. In those long, sleepless nights, I'd find solace within those memories and Ethan's name on my lips until it became a lullaby for my heart. The stars remained steadfast companions, guiding me through trials and tribulations, reminding me that our love was not lost to time, only suspended. And so I waited, my soul entwined with his promise, holding on to the hope that one day the cosmos would align once more. Chapter 2. Whispers on the Wind. Time passed, leaving behind a trail of seasons and the faintest scars on life's canvas. Ethan became a distant memory I held close like an old photograph, our encounter transformed into myth or legend whispered among the stars in my heart. I navigated life with the quiet resolve of one waiting for the cosmos to align their paths once more. Years crumbled beneath me, yet I remained steadfast. The promise never faltered. Ethan's whisper a beacon through life's trials and tribulations. One fateful evening, as dusk danced with the onset of twilight, I found myself at the same rooftop where our love was forged under the stars. It had changed, more people now populated it, but the magic remained. A single glance amidst the crowd, and Ethan's eyes locked onto mine. Years hadn't diminished the intensity between us. Our hearts skipped beats as we found each other once again. Ethan closed the distance, a smile tugging at his lips that told of journeys through untamed lands. His hand found mine with an undeniable familiarity, fingers interweaving as though our lives had been forever entwined. The city's din receded, leaving only us and the vast expanse above. Ethan's breath caught in my ear. "I've spent years searching for you." A tender smile danced across his lips as he pulled me into his embrace. The world spun around us, but not a word was spoken. In that single moment, our connection felt rekindled like embers reignited by touch. Ethan's hands traced the contours of my face, as if tracing the lines of a familiar map. We found solace in each other, our reunion echoing the beat of our hearts beating as one again. The night air thrummed with unspoken stories, years of memories silently bridged by whispers and longing. Ethan spoke of life's detours, of dreams realized, of disappointments weathered. I responded with tales of a love that had fueled my resolve to wait. The city faded into the background as he led me back to the spot where our tale began and ended, where we danced under stars in silent understanding. I remember the way he whispered, "You kept your promise." My own breath caught. My own lips found his with an intensity that eclipsed all others. It was as if years had melted away, leaving us suspended once more under those celestial witnesses. Our hearts beat in perfect sync, our souls reuniting like lost mariners reunited by the sea. The city pulsed around us, but we were adrift on a tide of time. Ethan's hand cradled my jaw. "I never forgot you." He was all I had known since that fateful night. Every breath led me back to him. He spoke of cities explored and seas traversed in search of me, each encounter carrying fragments of what we'd lost and found again. Our fingers entwined, our palms a testament to a love that refused to fade. Ethan's smile whispered stories of nights spent yearning, of days filled with dreams unexplored. We spoke little. It was as though the years vanished beneath the weight of our first meeting. There were no words necessary, only sighs, laughter and longing for what we'd never said aloud. Ethan pulled me close again. A promise etched in timelessness. I remember feeling him whisper, "I love you." And so we embraced under the heavens, suspended in that timeless embrace where years dissolved like sand beneath our feet. Time lost meaning as he whispered promises of forever in my ear. His lips brushed against mine. Not merely words but a vow to every unspoken tale and dream shared under stars. And then came dawn, shattering this momentous pause. The world claimed us once more. Ethan vanished into the morning like before, leaving behind only echoes, his hands on my waist and the promise that we'd meet again. Chapter 3. The Serenity of Souls. Days blended with weeks as Ethan disappeared into mist of dawn's awakening once more. I remained, lost in the echo of our first meeting. Suspended between what had been and what would be. And then he returned, hand in hand with an unexpected companion. His daughter Isabella, a reflection of his soul. He held her so close it was as though she was a part of him. His smile spoke volumes. Our dreams had found each other in this child born from our love. Her laughter echoed the rhythm I knew, echoes of what we'd left unspoken. Ethan's eyes, once stars on a clear night sky, held an unmistakable glow now. Life lived yet forever young within them. He spoke of a world that wasn't ours, a world where stardust became flesh and dreams took flight. His laughter was music for my soul, every word drawing lines I could not see but felt deeply. With Isabella in tow, he bid me farewell once more under the very balcony where our love was born. With one final promise, forever. In his eyes, I saw him, yet before me stood a man, father to a child he'd never spoken of. Yet even as Ethan walked away, that promise echoed through time and space. He promised it in every beat of my heart. As they vanished into dawn's maw, I knew there were no regrets. Only the certainty of forever. His words had birthed Isabella from our dream-catcher hearts. And when he was gone, leaving me with his daughter's small hand clasped within mine, a piece of him remained. Etched in her laughter and those eyes that danced with an untamed world. I raised Isabella to the sky. She giggled as though recognizing stars in Ethan's gaze. Her smile echoed the rhythm we knew, the promise he'd made under heaven's unspoken. And so I whispered his name into her ear, passing on a love eternal. The promise of serenity etched by an unseen force. Years dissolved into decades, and yet it was not our story to tell but hers. Isabella found solace in whispers of the universe's secrets within my eyes. She asked about a man whose smile made her laugh until her heart hurt. And I spoke, passing on our promise. An echo that transcended time, a tale of stars and dreams realized. Ethan's legacy continued through his daughter. Our love was not just possible but forever. The wind bore the echoes as Isabella danced into dawn with my name on lips born from promises long forgotten. As she vanished into morning's embrace, I knew we were connected by more than blood or fate. And so we waited. He for her and me for him, until only memories and a promise remained. But even that faded, leaving the echo of his whisper, forever. In timelessness, our story was not just love but eternity.